Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review the Spatials. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 10 bucks. So I saw this game sitting in my library, and I haven't touched it in, I want to say 3 or 4 years, so I'm like, you know what, let's give it another shot. And I just kind of found myself playing it, kept playing it, kept playing it, and lo and behold, 4 hours went by, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's time for bed. So yeah, the Spatials is an older game. It was released back in 2015, and there was actually a follow-up to this game called Galactology. Now, I don't remember anything about that game, so maybe I'll do a review of that one later, so I really can't comment on the differences between the two games. I can only tell you what I've done recently, which is play the Spatials for roughly 4 hours, just to get back into it. And the Spatials is a game where you're building your own space station. You're going to be managing crew, and there's 5 different classes of crew. I don't remember the names of them off the top of my head. There's like the doctor, the scientist, engineer, and then there's like a security officer kind of guy in orange. Anyway, it kind of reminds you of Star Trek in the sense that they're wearing different colored uniforms and they have different roles that they perform. You can equip them with different gear as you find it, so that you can make them stronger. Now, you start off with 5 of these crew members, and again, each of them have a different class, but you can hire more crew members along the way, or officers, I should say, that, you can level up as well. Now, here's the kicker. In this game, the more your officers level up, the more they demand. So, you can't just grind out earlier levels and keep leveling them up. There are these invisible missions that you can send your crew on to either get resources or to learn, gain experience. Like, you can do those, but by leveling them up, you're advancing the game to the point where you may not be able to see to their needs. So you kind of have to, before you send your officers out on missions, you sort of have to look at your space station and go, okay, this is what I'm producing now. I'm able to make this kind of food. I can give them a barracks which satisfies their sleep need. I can make food which satisfies their hunger. At level 6, they're going to start demanding thirst items, and at level 8, they're going to need hygiene items. And you're thinking, okay, so I gotta research this in my tech tree. There's a tech tree, and you'll be earning tech points as you go. But you'll be unlocking new room types, and then you'll be adding them to your space station. So, long story short, you're going to be advancing your technology, building your space station, adding more rooms, and all the while you're leveling up your officers, which you send out on away missions to complete these away missions. And in doing so, you earn resources and tech points and money and different things like that. So there's one big loop there. In order to keep your officers happy, you have to keep advancing your technology, building new rooms. There is some crafting in this game, so there's like a workshop room. You'll put down the items appropriate to the workshop room, and then your officers will work on it when they're not on an away mission, or when they're not stuffing their face trying to satisfy needs. They'll work at these little stations, and they'll produce goods, and then, assuming that they need that good that they're producing, they'll consume it in order to satisfy needs. There's also a starport, which attracts visitors. And these are like tourists. You'll be trying to make them happy in order to earn money. And that's your primary way of earning money in this game. Making them happy, having them consume goods that you're creating. And also, you're going to be earning money by, again, doing these away missions. So there's a lot of things going on here. And to be honest, the tutorial is kind of basic. There is a little help menu, but it doesn't really walk you through what you need to know. So I just want to warn you, the learning curve for this game is a little high. That being said, once you get used to it, it's not half bad. Like I said earlier, I found myself playing this for 3-4 hours without stopping, and then I realized, oh, again, it's time for bed. This is a game I got sucked into and didn't realize the passage of time. And that's usually the hallmark of a good game, but this game does have some shortcomings. I just want to warn you. For example, there's no fast forward button. Something as basic as a fast forward button. This game doesn't have it. Most games, most city builders, most station builders have some kind of time control so that you can pause time, fast forward time. This game doesn't have that. Alright, that's something I might be able to overlook. it's annoying. You know, give me a fast forward button so that I don't have to sit there and wait for credits to roll in before I can spend it on something else that I need. So that can be a little annoying. Also, the gameplay loop is a little repetitive. As I mentioned earlier, there is away missions. And when you're sending your 5 crew members down to these missions, typically it's go here, destroy 12 of these. Go here, destroy 10 of those. Go up here, destroy 8 of these. And once you're done with all that, you win the planet. You have now conquered the planet. And then you earn resources passively, say, every 12 minutes from that planet. So if this planet produces bugs and slime, it'll give you bugs and slime into your station's inventory every 12 minutes. If you beat it on a harder mode, that same planet on a harder difficulty, you'll get double the resources. That's kind of cool. There's also an embassy in that system. There's like 4 or 5 planets and there's an embassy. If you send officers, you can hire more officers. You can send your officers to the embassy. They'll work there, and that will decrease the amount of time it takes for these planets to send things to your station's inventory. Also really cool. So this game has a lot of cool ideas. The downside is that it's very repetitive. It gets stale after a while. You'll find that as you move from system to system to system, send 5 people down, go here, kill that, go here, kill that, okay, done. Go to the next planet, okay, go over here, kill this, kill that, kill that, okay, done. All right, over here, kill this, kill that. It's just nothing changes. And that wouldn't be so bad, except that the ground combat is a little stale as well. All you're doing is pointing and clicking at what you want to shoot. There's no cover system. There's no... I mean, yes, there's special abilities that you can activate that each crew member has, and you can even change them out, via skills. But there's no cover system. It's just go here, kill stuff, point and click. You'll pew, 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 pew. On occasion, you have to hit 4 or 5 on your keyboard to heal or give your people more energy. They've got a health pool and an energy pool, which they use for special abilities and other things. So, yeah, there's no cover system. So ground combat is just bleh. It's as basic as it comes. So doing that over and over and over again to conquer these planets to get resources can be a little stale. Okay, so I just want to warn you of that. Another stupid thing that I don't like is that the products that you make in the beginning of the game aren't needed for some of the products in the later half of the game. So, for example, again, your officers may require this particular food item or this particular thing when they're low level. But as they get high level, they'll require this instead. So now you're producing all these low level things that you don't need anymore because the high level items that you're now producing don't need the low level. So like there's no resource chaining. It's just you're gaining, there's just new resource types that you're earning at the higher levels to create newer products that your officers need. So there's no real progression in terms of the products. It's just you're making a different product out of these more advanced materials that your officers now require because they've reached a higher level. So I don't like that. I don't like the officers requiring things as they level up. It's just annoying because sometimes if you're not careful, again, you'll reach a wall where I've leveled up my officers too much. And now they require things that I can't produce, and now they're mad at me and won't do anything. So now I've got to hire new people. I've got to either lay them off or put them in an embassy somewhere. And then I've got to hire new officers, a whole team of 5, and then level them up again to a point where, okay, I'm strong enough to handle these next planets, but not leveled high enough to where they'll start demanding outrageous things that I can't produce. That can be a little, that's also annoying. So this game is difficult to recommend for, again, a number of reasons. However, that being said, I find myself playing it and not being able to stop. So there's that. It's got that weird positive, negative, yin-yang balance thing going to where I don't fully recommend it, but I also don't want you to discount it either. So my advice is wait for a deep sale on this game. It's $10. I would wait for a sale, maybe 50% off, $5, or maybe 75% off, $2.50, something like that. Pick it up then. Or if you know Galactology, like if you've seen videos on that and you think that's more interesting, go for it. Again, I can't comment on whether or not it's a true upgrade or not. I haven't played it lately. But as far as the spatials go, it's not bad. It's just it lacks certain things that prevent me from fully recommending it. That being said, it's not bad. I just wish more effort had gone into some of the things that make the game hard to stomach. Yeah. So if you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.